So when I mentioned before about the kinetic part of the knuckle and when you twist round, and that's the reason that you actually twist and rotate in the boxing punch, is because you're trying to get around on the kinetic part of the knuckle. So when I look here, when I turn and I rotate round here, because it's on that slope, it drives across. So when I'm trying to dig it in, I've got two ways I can dig it in. I can either come in here and I have to tense the triceps to dig it in, and what I'm trying to do is get round onto the stronger part of the knuckle. Or I come in vertically here, and if I just drive in there vertically, then as soon as I land it slides off because of the slope. So I'm trying to create a snap as I'm landing in with the boxing punch to dig it in, but the reason I have to dig it in is because it's not on the kinetic power line. So if I come over here I have to dig that in, or if I come out I have to dig that in. If I just push in, it slopes straight off. So there's no need to twist the hand. The only reason you are twisting the hand is because you're not on the correct power, you're not on the strongest power line, and you're trying to get round to it. With the Silva Boxing for MMA DVD, I've had a good look at that, and I don't think there's any point in it where he's actually throwing a kinetic punch. He does talk and he does hit with the stronger part of the knuckle. Now, no matter how I throw a punch, whatever position I throw a punch, if I land on the inside part of the knuckle, it'll always be harder than if I land with the outside. And when I look at boxing gloves, the only position I can actually land with the kinetic part of the knuckle in the boxing glove is over like that, because the thumb is over and underneath here, so the thumb is underneath the chin and out the way when the boxing glove is turned over. So, and that's why you'll see people hooking this way, because it is stronger when you land on the kinetic part of the knuckle. Regardless of how you throw the punch, it's always stronger on the kinetic part. So if I come out here and turn over, then I could throw a boxing swing, but I'm turning over onto the kinetic part of the knuckle, so that will be stronger than a standard boxing punch that comes out and just doesn't even land on the kinetic part of the knuckle and doesn't even come close to the power line. So I'm going to suggest that that's the reason that he turns over there, rather than keep it at 45 degrees. At 45 degrees you cannot land that punch on that same knuckle in these gloves, because you'll break your thumb. And of course the problem with the twist, or like Silva when he comes out and twists, is the punch can only be finished at the end. If I'm in the strongest position to finish the punch when I start, then all the way through that punch, as long as I'm on the power line kinetically, then I can finish that punch here, I can finish that punch there. If I'm coming out here and I'm twisting round, then distance changes as I'm twisting round. I have no choice either to finish the punch in the wrong position, or I don't get to the end and I don't have a punch. So kinetically, again, if I'm here and then I go to throw a straight kinetic punch, and I'm out here and I'm throwing a straight kinetic punch, as soon as I throw that, if he moves in, the distance changes, I can still finish that punch in that kinetic position much easier, because I've got control over the drive. It's not a swing, it's not twisting, and it's on the power line, the kinetic power line. The other reason you don't want to be turning over is because as I'm coming out, I'm exposing the knuckles. I want to be lined up with the stronger knuckles in line as soon as I throw the punch on the power line, and then I'm not in danger. So the other reason for not turning over is the angles that's available and the time on target. So when I turn over here, when I'm coming out here and I'm turning over, that is a swinging motion. So it's nowhere near the power of a drive. So also when I turn over here, say if the arm's in the way and I throw it straight and the arm's up, then I cannot turn, this has to be delivered in that angle. I can't bend it anywhere, I can't go round anything if the hand is turned over in this position. It's also not strong in that pushing position. So, if I think about, say the hand's up here, like this now, and I'm throwing a turning punch here, then at this angle here, I could not turn over with the 45-degree punch. If the hand comes in the way or the angle changes again, I've got the option to come round. When I turn over, I don't get that option. So I lose precision, angles available, power, speed, because I'm turning over, it takes longer. So you lose out massively when you turn your hand over. Keeping it 45 degrees all the way through the punch will step up your precision right through it and your power levels.